Hello and thanks for watching Best Maths Tutors. I'm continuing to go through the Edexcel Foundation Tier Paper 1 from 2018, and it's a non-calculator paper and we're on question 11. So question 11 says we've got some fractions and it says one of these fractions is not equivalent to 3/4. So which fraction? So the only way we can really check that is by converting each one of these fractions into 3/4 if possible. So writing them all in their simplest form. So I'm going to go through each one in turn and then see whether they do equal 3/4. So if we take the 9/12, then I can change that into a simpler fraction by looking for a number that will go into both the 9 and the 12, if I can find one. So I can see that 3 will divide into the top number and the bottom number. So if I do that, 9 divided by 3 will give us 3, and 12 divided by 3 will give us 4. So we can see that actually 9/12 is equivalent to 3/4. So I can just tick that one. That one does equal 3/4. So we can see that the method here was to simplify each fraction by dividing top and bottom. So what we did, divided the top by 3 and the bottom by 3 by the same number. So I'm going to do that the same thing to the 6/8. So 6/8, I'm looking for a number that will divide into the top and the bottom, and we can see they'll both divide by 2. So if I do that, I end up with 6 divided by 2 will give me 3, and 8 divided by 2 will give me 4. So that again is 3/4. So that one is equivalent to 3/4. I'm going to look at the 18/24. So if I look for a number that will go into top and bottom, I can see that 6 will go into top and bottom of this one. And if I do that, 18 divided by 6 gives us 3. 24 divided by 6 gives us 4. And so that one again is equal to 3/4, or is equivalent to 3/4. So now I'm going to look at the 10/16. So I can divide top and bottom, they're both even numbers. I'm going to divide them both by 2, divide by 2 there. And I can see 10 divided by 2 gives me 5, and 16 divided by 2 gives me 8. And I can't see any numbers that will go into the 5 and the 8, so actually this is its simplest form. And so we can see that 10/16 isn't equivalent to 3/4. So that one isn't equivalent to 3/4. Now I'm just going to check the 15/20. So 15/20, if I look for a number that will go into the top and the bottom, 5 will go into both of them. I'm going to divide top and bottom by 5. And if I do that, 15 divided by 5 will give me 3. And 20 divided by 5 will give me 4. So that one again is equivalent to 3/4. So we can see the only one that isn't is 10/16, and that's actually our answer. 10/16 is the one that is not equivalent to 3/4. We're now going to look at part B, and part B is an addition question, so adding two fractions. And the thing about these is the number on the bottom must be the same, and the number on the bottom is called the denominator. The number on the bottom must be the same before we can add the fractions. So in order to do that, we need to look for a common denominator. So that means a number that both of the two denominators, so both the 12 and the 6, will go into. Now we can see that both actually 6 and 12 will go into 12. So I'm going to change them both into 12ths, which actually means keeping the 1/12 as it is. And I'm going to change this one, so I'm going to make that a 12 on the bottom. And the rule is to change a fraction, I've got to do the same to the top and the bottom of the fraction. So to make the 6 into a 12, I have to times it by 2, and I must do the same to the top and the bottom of the fraction. So because of that rule, we've got to times the 5 by 2 as well. So that gives us a 10 on the top. And now we've got the same denominators, we can just add the top lines, and we can see that we've got 1 plus 10 on the top, and we keep the number on the bottom the same, so that stays as a 12, and that's it. That's our answer there, 11 over 12. So I hope that's been helpful to you, and if it has, I hope you'll consider subscribing to our channel and liking our video. Thanks for watching.